Hello teachers! In this video I'm going to show you how you can use Keynote to add text boxes to a PDF that you already have. We all have scads of great teaching documents that, if we were in class, we would print off so students could write directly on them. Things like graphic organizers, diagrams, the visual tools that can help students organize their thinking with the visual help. And we'd like to still be able to use these to capture student responses even in our distance learning situation. So I'm going to show you one way here that you can still do this using what you and students already have, and that is Keynote. Open a Finder window and select Applications. From your Applications list, choose Keynote. When you open Keynote, you're going to want to create a new document by clicking on the New Document button in the lower left-hand corner of that window. Once you click on New Document, Keynote will prompt you as to what background or theme you want to choose. We don't need a flashy presentation because we are just pulling our PDF document that's already created onto the Keynote slide. So we're going to just select a plain basic background. If you plan on doing this a lot, you probably want to go ahead and create a couple of themes in Keynote. Basically a white background that has the sizing already done for you. I've created one for myself in landscape and one in portrait mode that are sized to 8.5 by 11 page size, because that's what a PDF would be created that you print off for your students. For your first time though, you're just going to go up and create using the basic white background. When you open your presentation, it automatically defaults to having these titles, text boxes there, and we want to get rid of those. We want to work with a blank slide. So you can either delete the text boxes or just choose the blank slide. Since the PDFs we print and work with in the classroom are 8.5 by 11 size, we want to resize our slide to match that size. So to do this, we're going to click on the document icon in the upper right corner, and that changes the menu list along the right there, and go down to the bottom where it says slide size. Canvas works in pixels, not inches, so you're going to have to change your slide size to match whether you're doing a portrait or a landscaped PDF. You're just going to have to either write these pixels on a sticky note or screenshot this so you can come back to it, and you're going to choose the pixel size that matches the PDF you want your students to write on. The PDF I'm going to be working with today as my example is landscape, so I'm making it 1375 by 1063 pixels. Our next step is to go ahead and import the PDF or image of the graphic organizer that you want your students to write on top of. To do this, you're going to go up to Insert and Choose. And we're going to choose the PDF or graphic organizer document from our files. The one I'm going to show today is a graphic organizer for a plot diagram. So once you choose it, it puts that on your blank canvas, and you may need to resize it a bit to make it fit the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if you've ever given kids anything like this to type on before, for example, a Venn diagram or something else, and you've had them have the experience where they've started out well, they've typed their things, but then all of a sudden, let's see, let me just put a second box here. Okay, but they click one wrong thing and they can make that background disappear. And then you get a bunch of text, but not in any graphic organizer at all. We don't want that to happen to our kiddos. So we are going to lock that background image in place before we make our text boxes. To do that, click on the paintbrush that says Format and then Arrange. From the Arrange selections, you'll see a lock button. Once you click that, the image that you have put on your slide is now locked in place. You can't click and drag it around anymore. And more importantly, neither can your students. So now your slide is ready for you to put some text boxes where you want your students to go ahead and type information in the graphic organizer. Once you insert your text box, click and drag it into place, and then you can use the Format and Text tools in order to resize your font. Students don't really need to be writing much bigger than 12 or 14 point font. I also like to change my text color to red or something else, especially if the rest of the graphic organizer has a lot of text on it. That way students can clearly see where you want them to type. They still could delete those text boxes, but they can always add them back, and they won't be able to necessarily delete your background easily. Add text boxes everywhere you want students to put a response. And once it's ready to go, go ahead and do File, Save, and save it as a name that you will remember and in a location where you will be able to find it when you go to upload it to your Canvas assignment. Okay, take a breath. If that is all you need to know how to do, then you can go ahead and click off of this video, but I'm going to go ahead and continue on and show you how to put this into Canvas and assign it to students. Okay, so I am in my Sandbox course, and you can see I already created a module called Movie Plot Diagram. That is where I'm going to put this assignment. So I click on the plus button to add an assignment, and this is a new assignment I'm creating, so click New, and then I'm going to name my assignment, Complete the Plot Diagram, and Add Item. And it adds it within that module that I just created it. I want to edit this so that I can put my instructions and also upload my template file that we just created. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a second and type the instructions that I would give to a student. And right here in my instructions, I'm going to give them the link to download the template we just created for them to type over. I'm going to highlight this whole sentence and let this whole sentence be my hyperlink to download the file. So highlight what you want to have the link, and then go over to the right to the files, because we are linking this text to a file that students will download. I don't already have this file in my document, so I'm uploading a new file, and then I'm prompted to choose that file from my computer. So that's why you want to remember where you put it and what you named it as. So I will select that, my plot diagram for my student, click Open, Upload. And now those words that I had highlighted are actually a hyperlink to go ahead and download that file for my students. I'm going to make what I want this assignment to be worth, and for submission type you want to change that to an online file upload, because once students type their text in the text boxes, they're going to upload that file to their assignment. That's how they're turning it in. So when students click on that click here to download, it prompts the download of the plot diagram that we put our text boxes in. And when they open it, there is your lovely graphic organizer, and the text boxes are all ready for them to type in their responses. They'll save it on their iPad or whatever device they're using for their assignment, and then they will upload this file as their submission to your assignment. It doesn't matter if they've renamed it, because it'll be linked with their name and their login when they upload it to your assignment. So there you have it. That is one way you can use Keynote to lock a PDF down and still be able to use the graphic organizer features for those awesome PDFs that you've been using in your classroom.